Hi, I'm Tracy Faulkner from Lush Fabrics with your release for this Sunday. I have 9 new fabrics for you today. Some really nice bases, some really nice prints, some really pretty colours. Let me show you my little array of threads that I have for today. Lots of pretty colours coming up. The threads are always a pretty good indication of what's going to be coming up this week. So we are getting closer to Christmas. I know we're still only in November, but we are getting closer to Christmas. So we actually, after this release, we only have 2 releases left, and then we have a break leading up until Christmas because we all have our minds on other things at that time, don't we? But there are still this one and 2 more to go before we have that little break. Just a reminder about our Christmas box that we have. So just check out the website and you'll see the Christmas box that we have. They will be available for not much longer. I think the cutoff date is going to be Thursday this week, just because we worry that you're not going to receive them in time because post is slow at the moment already, and it's only going to get slower in the lead up to Christmas. So we're actually going to stop those pretty soon. So if you are wanting to buy one, or if you're wanting somebody to buy one for you, you need to get into dropping those hints and get them to purchase that as soon as they can. Okay, fabric. Our first one is a DTY, and it is super, super bright and colourful and just beautiful for this weather that we are having. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's called Moonbeam. I was going to say Moonbeam in cream, but that's another one that we had. This is Moonbeam in yellow, and it is a DTY. So the best description of a DTY is a poly knit. DTY is what our brush poly is before it is brushed. So it does have some good stretch to it, both ways. Amazing drape. Really lovely fabric to wear in summer when it's a bit warmer. This one doesn't have a particularly slinky feel. Some of them do feel a little bit slinkier than others. It is really nice and cool to the touch. It has some amazing colours in there. That bright blue is just stunning. So I have matched it with thread number 892, which is probably a little bit duller in colour than the base fabric is, the base colour is. But I think it'll hem up just nicely. Like if you use this for top stitching, I think it'll come up nicely. Okay, so we've matched this with tangerine to go with some of those reds, sapphire to go with that beautiful blue, off-white modal, and green double brush poly. That is just gorgeous. And bright light blue cotton spandex. Let's go with that one there. So pretty. So yellow, not particularly my colour, but I would quite like a pair of palazzo pants or something like that out of this fabric for a summer evening. Something a little bit nice, but not too crazy dressy. That's my dream to go with it. We'll see. We'll put it on the sewing list and see how we go. Okay, the next fabric is the one that I'm wearing, and this is called Tiny Dancer in Olive, and it is a rib knit, which is just so soft and beautiful to wear. This is my 3rd garment now out of rib knit. I've made a little tank toppy type thing and a Dream On dress, which is that tiered dress. And this one is just the New York Minute dress, so it's basically a t-shirt dress. So really easy to sew and really easy to wear. So I mean, it's basically just like making a t-shirt. It just sews up so quickly, and I think it's pretty cute. I've just got little sneakers on with it, nice and comfortable, ready to go. So this is the fabric. Let me show you up close so you can see the ribs. So they're nice thin ribs. It's really nice and soft to the touch, this fabric. Let me show you. Let's go the other way. Get our straighter cut. There we go. So it has beautiful stretch. It has not bad recovery as well on the stretch, this one. So I don't feel like this is going to grow on me at all during the day, whereas if this was made out of rayon spandex or something like that, I'd be worried that it's going to get bigger on me during the day. But I don't feel that way at all with this fabric. There are different sorts of rib knits, and some of the rib knits probably can grow on you during the day, but I really don't feel that this is one of them. It feels pretty stable to me. It is 96 poly, 4% spandex, 180 GSM. I've matched it up with 1623 as the thread. So it is a little bit darker. That's not coming up very well at all on the screen. It does look a little bit better than that in person. I always like to go a little bit darker with my top stitching thread if I can, where it's possible. I think it blends in just that little bit better if it's a little bit darker. So I think this will be a really good one. I think for this one that I'm wearing, I actually had the darker shade than that, so not the best of matches, but still it's pretty good. Okay, so this one we just put with the ivory double brush poly, great with black. I'm actually wearing like white sneakers with it because I think the ivory and the white looks quite nice with it. Okay, that's Tiny Dancer in olive rib knit. Now I have something fancy for you. If you need something a little bit fancy for the Christmas season, I have this ruby metallic poly knit. It's gorgeous. So we've had these poly knits before. We've had the royal blue and the rose. So this is the same as those ones. So it has kind of like a pleat, a very fine pleated texture. You can see those little vertical lines going through there. Probably see it a bit better there. So it's black on the back, as you can see from the top bit here, and it's got this ruby foil, just kind of not even totally covering it, but just over the right side there. Now, this is a fabric that you will need to line if you're going to make a dress or a skirt or anything like that. For a top, you might be okay. It just depends on how flowy it is. But I think for the others you will. So I've got this doubled over right now, and keep in mind that it does always look a lot more sheer here than it actually is, and I think because I hold it away from my body. See how sheer that looks there? But when you put it up, it's okay. But then you can see from the bits that are draping at the side, you know, if any sunlight can come through or any light can come through, you will have some sheerness. So either line it or just wear a little slip or a little camisole. I think it'll look gorgeous in a cowl neck top if you're not wanting, you know, a dress or something like that. So you can have something a little bit fancy without being really, really dressy if you were just to do a little top or a cute little skirt or something like that. But it's just gorgeous. So let me show you. It does have some good stretch. It looks totally sheer here, and it's a really big exaggeration. But for me, you all know that I'm lazy when it comes to sewing, right? So I would just go to Big W or Kmart or something and buy a cheap little slip to go underneath. So that's the way I do it. Okay, so this one is 93% poly, 7% spandex, 180 GSM. And I have just put the black thread with it because I couldn't find a red that would match, but you might have something that's better at home. So ruby metallic poly knit. I love it, but then ruby is my colour. I do like a red. Okay, now a rayon spandex for you. This one is called Hand in Hand. It's a really, really pretty little fabric. Now we're pretty short on purples at the moment, so we don't really have anything purple to match, unfortunately. I do have an order in at the moment, which is still a few months away, and I did go quite crazy with purples because we were really struggling to get any to match. So isn't that pretty? So that background colour is not actually a navy, which is what I originally thought. It's more of a dark teal type colour, more on the blue side, I think, than the green. And I couldn't find a thread to match because it was a bit unique. Looking at it like this, I just think, well, that's just a navy background, but it's actually not. It's actually that little bit different. So it's super pretty. It has amazing stretch. And it is a rayon spandex, so it will grow and get a little bit bigger during the day. So do keep that in mind, and then choose your garment based on that. Use some clear elastic and some horizontal seams to give it a little bit of stability. But rayon spandex makes the most beautiful t-shirt for a hot day. It's a lovely thing to wear when it's hot. Okay, no matching thread because the colour is unique on the back, but we did put it with the duck egg blue to match in with those flowers there. Not the flowers, the leaves. Okay, hand in hand, rayon spandex. Right, I have a bright one for you now, so get ready. This one is called Slither in Pink. Have you ever seen snake print so bright? Isn't it cute though? I love it. I think it's gorgeous. So it's actually a little bit brighter than it's coming up on the screen. That's probably better actually now that I'm standing back a little bit. So this is a double brush poly, so it's beautiful and soft. Has a really great stretch. Really good recovery on that stretch so it won't grow on you during the day. Beautiful drape. So you can create a garment with negative ease, with positive ease, with both of those things, whatever works. It's just so great for so many different garment types. Double brush poly makes a beautiful dress, top, pants, shorts, skirt, jacket, cardigan, kimono, leggings, you name it. All sorts of things that you can make with this one. So I do have a thread. I put it with 3560. Because there are quite a few different pinks in here, I thought this was kind of the middle ground on the pinks. So I went with this one. And if you want to brighten it up even more, neon pink double brush poly looks really nice with it. Or if you wanted to tone it down a bit, the heathered, it's not really toning it down, it's more pink, isn't it? The heathered pink French terry is a really nice match as well. Slither in Pink double brush poly. Okay, another double brushed. Isn't this gorgeous? This zebra print. We've called this one Marty because we have enough things called zebra and we needed something else zebra related, so we went with Marty from Madagascar. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. So beautiful. And with these colours, you could put so many other colours with it to coordinate. So I've got ivory to show you with this one, but of course it's going to look amazing with black and a whole array of other colours because it is basically black and white. So it's a really soft double brush poly, great stretch again. So many different garments that you could make with this one. So I put it with thread number 1000 because I think that lighter colour is the dominant. You could always use a black if you wanted to. And where's my ivory card? Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. That's the ivory with it, but so many colours you could put with this one and it would just be gorgeous. Okay, that's Marty, double brush poly. One more double brush to show you, and this is a print you've seen before in a different colourway. And this is a single brush poly, which they are hard to come by these days, so I was pretty pleased to feel that this one actually is a single. So this is called Captivate. Isn't that so pretty? So we've had this print before. We've had it in Liverpool, I think, and we've had it in single brushed as well. This is just a different colourway, I believe. So Captivate in Pink, we've called this one. So it's got really nice stretch as well. A nice drape. So this one I'm saying is a single brush poly. So it comes from my supplier that I get the single brush poly from, but a lot of the time of late when I'm receiving it, it is actually brushed on both sides. So I haven't been able to label it as a single brush poly here because it really does feel brushed on both sides. But this one, it's got some brushing on the right side, but then the wrong side, which is up against your skin, is smooth and cool and a little bit slinky. So it's really nice to wear in warm weather. So for me, it's the brushing that makes me a little bit hot. So this is a really good option for when it is warmer. So I have given you two options for thread, black and white. So I've got them both there, so 4,000 or 1,000. So you probably got them at home already, and you probably don't need to stock up. Now, I put this one with sage cotton spandex, just to go in with those leaves there. It's really pretty. And light rose pink, and this is a 250 GSM modal, so this is another really beautiful fabric to wear. Or French mauve 250 GSM modal as well. So either of those are really beautiful. So it's so nice to have top or something out of this fabric, and then a nice skirt or pants or shorts out of the brush poly, the Captivate. Be gorgeous. Okay, Captivate in pink, single brush poly. Two more, and they are both wovens. So first of all, oops, sorry, this one was stuck under the computer. This is called Instinctive, and it is a ghost crepe. I do love a ghost crepe. You don't need to iron ghost crepe, which is just amazing. And it has this beautiful drape to it. So really gorgeous for tops and dresses, some nice pants for summer, shorts, lightweight shorts. Really, really gorgeous. So there's no stretch because it's woven. It does have some bias stretch there, which is nice. And it has this crepey texture. Can you see that there? So it's a really, really gorgeous draping, flowy fabric. Now, it's 96% poly, 4% spandex, but it is a woven. It's about 125 GSM, and I put it with 1453, which is similar to that background colour that's in there. No other matches, unfortunately. Black would look amazing with it, of course. So that is Instinctive Ghost Crepe. Do like this one. Last one. Our Lush Sunday special today is a rayon chelly in this gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Isn't this blue just beautiful? Just gorgeous. Let me turn it the right way. So this is a fabric that will require some ironing. As you can see, some creases just from being folded up and sitting in this basket for a little while, to be honest. So it will require some ironing, but it is made of 100% rayon, so it's really beautiful to wear in summer. It's really light, it's really cool. It's about 120 GSM. This one's only 130 centimetres wide, so do keep that in mind. I feel like it's probably a bit wider than that, but we'll say 130 to be on the safe side. 100% rayon, as I said. This has beautiful drape as well. Really beautiful feel to it as well to wear. It's nice and soft to touch. To me, woven sewing is a bit harder than knit sewing. So if you can get through and make yourself something nice with the woven, then you'll be so grateful that you spent the time doing it, because it'll be so lovely to wear. So this one goes really nicely with pink gin, which is a rayon modal, and off-white modal is a good match as well. Oh, and I do have a thread to match, 7642. Did okay with threads this week. Last week I did terribly with threads. This week I did okay. All right, so this being the Lush Sunday special means that it's going to be a little bit cheaper just for today, just for Sunday. And then it's back to its normal price again. So if you haven't tried rayon chelly before and you've been curious to know what it is like, grab some. See how you go. Most people can get a top out of 1 metre. Do keep in mind it's not quite as wide as the other fabric, so you might need a smidge more, but not too much. You know, even just a little singlet-y tank top type thing, camisole, and then you can give the fabric type a go. Okay, so that is everything. Don't forget our competitions on Facebook, so enter those. Christmas boxes ending soon. Only 2 more releases after this until Christmas. Of course, we have gift vouchers if you want to put in a request from your loved ones that you would like a gift voucher for Christmas. They are up on the website as well. Just go to the main page and you'll see the gift cards as a menu item up the top. Okay, I hope you like this week's fabrics, and I will see you again next week with something special. Thank you. See you then. Bye.